Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we're going to do a reading for Leo with no contact as the subject matter. So let's begin by calling in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Hope your day is going well so far. I'm going to start off with the Egyptian Tarot today, and we'll identify the energies at play before we get to a little bit more detail in terms of the situation. No contact for Leo, please. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Wands and the Six of Cups. They actually call them chalices in the Egyptian Tarot. So this is telling me basically the Nine of Wands is generally seen as the wounded warrior. So this is someone who's been through a lot of shit, okay? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that this is somebody who went through all of this shit with you. But with the Six of Cups coming out with the Nine of Wands, I do believe that at least some of the trauma or negativity that was experienced did happen between the two of you. Makes sense. We're talking about a no contact situation here. But there's still fond memories. There's still love between the two of you. Leo's no contact. Tell me a little bit more about the two energies, please. All right, so we've got a Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So there's a couple of ways to read this. There's a feminine energy here, could be an earth sign, or it could be somebody who, you know, she'd be really great with her money. She's got her shit together, right? She's respected. But with the Three of Swords coming out, either she was unfaithful or she suspected that there was a third-party situation. But it definitely seems likely that there was some sort of disagreement around whether or not somebody had been unfaithful. What about the masculine energy for Leo no contact? And remember not to put too much stock in the actual feminine versus masculine. We all have feminine and masculine energy within us, so make sure to let whatever resonates resonate the way that it makes sense for your story. We have a shy masculine here, you guys. There we go. The Hanged Man. So, again, there's a couple ways to read this. This hangman could actually have been indecisive over two different parties that he was interested in. Otherwise, he is indecisive at the moment regarding whether or not he should allow this back into his life. So I would guess there was some hurt feelings on both sides. With the Five of Swords coming out, I believe this hanged man feels like he failed. So if he feels like he failed, he either failed in the sense that he actually did commit this infidelity, or he has failed in terms of proving himself worthy for this Queen of Pentacles. All right, let's see what else we can learn. I'm going to take out the Celestial Tarot and see what else we can learn about this Queen of Pentacles. For Leo no contact, tell me more about this Queen of Pentacles, please. Ooh. All right, so we had 3 cards fall. We've got Justice, 6 of Cups, and 7 of Wands. Sorry, 4 of Cups. Okay, so there was some wrongdoing in the past that is being dealt with or handled now, and it's regarding rejection. So the 4 of Cups quite often speaks of somebody who is so focused on something else that they don't take seriously an offer, even though it might be an Ace of Pentacles or an Ace of Cups, whatever. You can see there's a divine hand here moving that cup across the sky. And with 7 of Wands coming out, that often speaks of divine guidance to me. So we're talking about somebody using their intuition or timing being important. It's entirely possible that this cup had to be rejected or things had to go wrong so that lessons were learned before you had a real chance at this love. So I think timing is a very important factor for this particular relationship. Why is the 6 of Cups here? The Lovers. So the 6 of Cups is here because someone wants to choose you. Someone misses you. Someone thinks you are their better half. All right, the Hanged Man. Tell me more. Is this person still indecisive? Are they going to make up their mind? So we've got the Star coming out. It's a great card. It means wish fulfillment. And that screams out to me that this is somebody who doesn't really feel like they have a choice. They feel like they know no one else will compare if they don't go after what they have with you and make a serious effort. They'll always wonder what would have happened if they had. And then we've got the 2 of Pentacles, but it came out in reverse. Don't really like taking those too often, but I think this is exactly what needed to be here. So there might have been juggling in the past or a lack of prioritization, but there's been some shit figured out, some things have been balanced, and this Hanged Man is figuring out how to address the no contact situation. All right, and we'll finish off with the Tarot Familiars, or Familiars, I don't know. It's sitting on my favorite, one of the tarot plates that John made me, the Death card. It's so cool. All right, tell me more about Justice. We've got, for hidden energy, 4 of Swords in the reverse and Knave of Wands. So that tells me we've got some desire to make something happen. So desire to reach out and break the no contact. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, just like what I just said. So this is somebody who doesn't want to be slow moving anymore. There's a timeline here, right? Divine timing is important. So there's a window of opportunity, and if this person misses it, they miss it. 4 of Cups, please. Tell me more about the 4 of Cups. I think it's also worth mentioning that the 4 of Cups clarified the 3 of Swords. It's possible that there was a suspicion of infidelity or, of lying or doing something that you shouldn't, but the question is, was there possibly an exaggeration, or did things get out of hand? Because if we've got rejection here, it might not necessarily mean that this hanged man rejected the Queen of Pentacles, but that the hanged man rejected this opportunity to be disloyal. Tell me more about the Four of Cups, please. Well, there's half the deck. I'm going to take this one. All right, we've got the Tower. And the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So I think that would suggest instability in a moment where you're being tested. So I'm getting much more of a vibe that, like, there was definitely something that happened that shouldn't have, but that it stopped before it got crazy out of hand. So I definitely think that there was an error, and this hanged man knows that he shouldn't have done what he did, but I think this Queen of Pentacles is making it out to be worse than it really was, which, you know, cheating is cheating. I'm not judging you on what you think should be, you know, the line or what your boundaries are, but it's also important to strive to understand what the truth of the situation is. And we've got Ace of Cups coming out. It's a great card because even though I hate owls, Ace of Cups is great because that's an offer of love. But we already knew that, right? This no contact situation is not going to last too long for Leo. Tell me more about the Lovers, please. Five of Wands in the reverse. There's not going to be competition. Like I said, the star came out. There's just one person that this hanged man is thinking about. It might be indecision that the hanged man represents, but that's not about who, it's about how. All right, I'm going to take the top one here. What a badass cat. So this is the Death card. Definitely a card that can scare some of the more inexperienced tarot readers. I get it. It can actually represent death. I'm not saying that it doesn't. However, I like it because I think more often than not it suggests a change. So I think the indecision regarding what to do with this wish fulfillment is coming to a close. Yeah. Devil in the reverse. So we're letting go of what's holding you back or what's binding you. Or they are, however it resonates for you. So, you know, you really got to ask yourself, what role do I play, right? Because if we're talking about a no contact situation, someone's going to start that conversation. I can't answer that question for you, well, maybe in a personal reading, but if you're trying to figure out whether or not spirit or the universe is hoping for you to actually start the conversation, take some time, be quiet, don't have music in the background, just go within, see if you can figure out whether or not that makes sense. But from where I'm sitting, you know, like my personal experiences, if there's somebody who wronged the other person, especially if there was not an apology, the responsibility lies at their feet. However, if it's true that this Queen of Pentacles exacerbated the situation and assumed the worst of this hanged man, when in reality the mistake was a little bit less, or was not as bad or as grave as she made out to be, you could also make the argument that it could be good to start the conversation by saying, you know, I forgive you and I realize I might have let things get out of hand, or something along those lines. However it makes sense for you, I would strongly encourage a little bit of thinking and figuring out how it would make sense for you. But it seems like inevitably this is going to happen. You know, there's going to be a conversation. So do what you need to make sure that, it goes the way that I guess suits you. Just be honest about it. All right. I hope that adds some clarity to your life for you. And feel free to check out some of my other videos. And thank you for all of your comments, likes, shares, and subscribes. Ooh, excuse me. And have a great rest of your day. Thanks.